Damn, I was hoping he'd get hit by the car. That was a truck, that wasn't a car. What the hell am I talking about?
His name was Go Zero.
What's going on, Godzilla Nation? This is our Godzilla. We are back with some more heavy rain. Thank you for joining me as always. We are picking up the mantle where we left off. If you haven't caught the first 2 episodes of this playthrough, there is a link in the description down below. Feel free to go catch up in your own time. But to give you the rundown, this is a brand new character that we have not yet been introduced to. You're about to find out who he is.
The zone is sectioned off, sir. Please step back.
Agent Norman Jaden, FBI.
You got a badge or something, Mr. Jaden?
Yeah, of course.
No, I'm an FBI agent who just walks around without a badge. Idiot.
Check. You can pass.
I can pass, can I? Okay.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Blake. Is he around?
I saw him arrive earlier. He's here somewhere.
Thanks.
We are currently at a crime scene. Another Origami Killer victim has arisen, and we're going to get to check it out. But Norman Jaden isn't your typical FBI agent. You're about to find that out for yourself with this particular item right here, and his magic glove.
Video memo recording, Agent 47023, Norman Jaden, Tuesday, October 4th, 2011. Time is 8:14 a.m.
I've always been fascinated with Norman's character, and I love the mechanics that he uses as this character, because using the RE technology, as you can see right here, we're able to pick up on some clues that maybe normal policemen wouldn't be able to find. As far as being able to tell if someone's got a criminal record based off of picking up their fingerprints, just like that. No need for any files. I want to make sure we find every clue possible before we leave. It'll make identifying the killer a hell of a lot easier.
What are you doing?
Lieutenant Blake? I'm Agent Norman Jaden from the FBI. I went by your office this morning. They told me to be here.
Now, if you're looking for rain, dead bodies, and highways, you come to the right place. Mike, will you tell that asshole with the bulldozer to stop for 5 minutes? I can't hear myself think here.
Right away, Lieutenant.
Well, are you coming, Jaden?
I will be soon.
So, what happened?
Some guy taking his dog for a piss found a body about 6 o'clock this morning. We don't know much more right now. Based on what we've seen, looks like the work of the Origami Killer.
Any witnesses?
None yet. Given the neighborhood, I'd be surprised if anybody saw anything. Any news on the coroner? He's on his way, Lieutenant. We've been waiting for an hour, for fuck's sake.
Has the body been identified?
No, not yet. We should know more later today.
Do we know the cause of death?
There are no marks on the body. Chances are he was drowned, like the others.
There are a lot of people on the crime scene. Aren't you afraid your men might destroy some clues?
You don't find proof sitting behind a desk. We're not in the habit of trampling things into the ground, even if we're not in the FBI.
No, of course not. That's not what I meant.
Tony, I don't want to see a single shit-stirring journalist within a mile of here. You got it?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Do you have any leads?
My men are going over the scene with a fine-tooth comb. If the killer left anything behind, we'll find it.
Has the time of death been established?
Based on the rigor mortis, must be less than 6 hours ago. We should know more once the coroner has had a look. Listen, I'm a little busy here. Why don't we discuss all this a little later, back at the office?
Well, no problem. I understand. Do you mind if I have a look around?
Be my guest. Hey, Jade, you come and see me if you find anything, okay? We're on the same team now.
Alright, let's get our feet wet. I didn't really want to do any talking while we were interrogating the lieutenant. But here's where we can really thrive, and we can really get a feel for what Norman Jayden as a character offers the story as a whole. As I made mention, we need to locate every little clue we can. Starting with the victim himself.
The victim is lying on his back. No visible signs of violence. A small origami figure in the right hand. Fingers were probably closed after the time of death. An orchid was placed on the victim's chest. The victim is Jeremy Bowles, declared missing 5 days ago. See reference file. Superficial wound on the right thigh. Blood analysis suggests it could be post-mortem. Probably a scratch that occurred when the body was being moved.
Is that everything?
The blood report indicates an advanced and long-lasting state of exhaustion.
Nope, one more.
His face is covered with mud, like the other victims.
Okay, that's everything. It's possible to leave this area without combing over everything, which is why I made mention earlier that we want to find everything we can.
Harry, comment. Orchid pollen detected, probably from the flower left on the body.
Because when it comes to the end game and Norman starts piecing the puzzle together to try and determine who the Origami Killer is, if we've missed a crucial clue, that could be the difference between Norman being able to help the next victim or seeing the victim be killed and the killer getting away with it yet again.
Footprints continue just after the pollen trail. There's a good chance that they're the killers.
The very first time I played this game, I didn't come over to this area, and it affected my outcome come the end of the game severely because we missed some of these clues.
Harry, comment. There are traces of blood on the fence behind the railroad line. It comes from the victim.
But we're not missing out today.
The killer came this way with the body and probably grazed it on his way through the fence.
We're going to do everything we can to get the best possible outcome. That is our mission. That, and to ensure that we can get the most action possible out of this game. Because while it seems a little bit monotonous, the kind of things we're doing right now, the game well and truly ramps up and turns it on its head and gives you experiences that we are yet to see in other games before. It truly is a one-of-a-kind experience. And more so because of the fact that you can get so many different outcomes. I pressed the wrong button and now he got himself dirty. That's brilliant.
There's a good chance that they're the killers.
There we go. Object memorized. But this is what we're here for.
Harry, comment. Tire tracks on the side of the road behind the railroad line. It may be the killer's car. I think I've seen all there is to see.
There we go. We have picked up every clue possible. Now, do we deliberately stuff up and let him slide down? Yes, we do. It's the quickest way down after all. Right, we're out of here. Such an intriguing character. And we've still got one character yet to meet. So far we've been introduced to Ethan Mars, the reclusive, depressed father. We've met Scott Shelby, the undercover detective, private eye. And now we've met Norman Jade, an FBI agent. You can kind of start piecing the puzzles together as to how these guys all could potentially start interweaving their stories. We've only just begun to brush the surface of who Norman Jaden is, because he's got a bit of a dark past, this man. He's suffering from quite a bit. But you're going to have to wait to find out what that is. Speaking of a man who's suffering, I see a bat. Do you see a bat?
A bat.
A wolf?
A wolf's head.
I see some faces.
2 faces back to back.
Death. That's the Grim Reaper.
Death. Death.
As you can see, the world of Heavy Rain is a very technologically advanced universe.
I have the results of your MRI scans. Everything seems to be normal. There is no physical damage from the accident. However, I am worried about your psychological condition. I know it's not easy, but you've got to start over, Ethan. You're not responsible for what happened.
It's my fault Jason is dead. He'd still be alive if I'd been looking out for him.
It was an accident. Accidents happen every day. You can't blame yourself forever for your son's death. How is Sean?
He's very unhappy from what I experienced.
I know he's really unhappy. He just can't understand why I seem unable to love him.
And what about you, Ethan? What do you feel?
Dead.
I stopped living at the same time Jason did. When that car ran into us.
Is there something else you wanted to tell me, Ethan?
Let's tell him. Let's tell him about the blackouts.
I sometimes have these blackouts. Times when I don't know what I'm doing. I recover consciousness sometime later, but I'm someplace else. And I have no idea how I got there. Do you think this could be related to the accident?
You suffered a massive concussion and were in a coma for 6 months. We really don't know what effect a shock like that can have on the brain. That's the end of this session. We'll continue this conversation next week.
Thank you, Doctor.
You were lucky, Ethan. It's very rare to survive such a traumatic accident.
I don't exactly feel lucky, Doctor.
Let's get out of here, Ethan.
Is something the matter, Sean?
No, I'm all right.
Aren't you gonna go play with the other kids?
I don't feel like it.
Do you want to eat something?
Nice talk, kid. Alright. Let's go buy him something to eat.
I'd like a packet of strawberry flavored chewies, please. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Hope Sean likes them. Here you go, bud.
Hey, I got you some chewies.
I hate strawberry. Thanks. It was nice of you anyway.
I'm glad you can appreciate it. Let's try to coax him to play.
I haven't been on a seesaw in a long time. What do you think?
Yeah!
Come on then, kiddo. As I said, when it comes to these characters, I've got certain visions that I want to portray their personalities as. And with Ethan, even though he's so down and out, he still has Sean. And I want to ensure Ethan is the best possible father he can be. I want to set up the premise that he would do anything to protect Sean and make sure he's safe. It's good to take in these light-hearted moments with the game.
What about that merry-go-round? I bet I can push you so fast you won't be able to stay on it.
Great!
All aboard, Sean.
Go on, Dad, as fast as you can. Faster!
We're gonna go faster, Ethan.
Come on, faster, faster!
You said as fast as possible to make him fall off. So you better move faster. That doesn't seem fast at all, Ethan. You're a liar.
Whoa! I think my head is spinning.
Good training for astronauts, though.
How about a swing, Sean, before we leave?
You want to go play on the swing? I'll push you.
Okay.
Do I just let go? Yes, we do.
Come on, Dad! Higher!
I'm surprised the park is this busy given the weather.
That was cool.
You're welcome, little man. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Looks like rain's coming. I think we better go.
Okay.
Let's go grab your bag.
You know, sometimes I remember before. I mean, when Jason was still here. Sometimes I wish everything could just be the way it was before.
Me too, Sean. Me too.
It's hard to imagine what that does to a family, really. Sean lost a brother. Ethan lost a son. It's not really a storyline that we've seen, you know. We haven't seen
Hey,
these
Dad,
things brought
can I have a
up
ride
much
on the
before.
carousel? Can I?
Of course you
Sure.
can.
Go pick a horse and get on. I'll get a ticket.
I love when games touch on moments that just feel so real.
One, please. That's $1.
It adds authenticity to what is going down. You know, we get all these video games that have, like, people out of space battling aliens and all that stuff, and it's good to sometimes step out of the realm of reality and step into something that allows your imagination to run wild. But what really roots myself into an experience is what we're doing right here. Something that has the possibility of being so real. And as you can see, Ethan's starting to have his problem again. Damn, I was hoping he'd get hit by the car. That was a truck, that wasn't a car. What the hell am I talking about? As you can see, he's wound up on the exact same corner that he did the first time he blacked out. John! John! You gotta find him. That's his backpack. You really got a feel for him. His eldest son gets killed within the first half an hour of the game. Then his surviving son gets kidnapped, goes missing. And now we're back as Norman Jayden again. As I made mention a little bit earlier, that's how you can now start working out how these guys intertwine. Shaun's now missing, and we've got a private eye and an FBI agent as the other playable characters, so you can start to work out how things are going to go down.
Do you think it's gonna take long?
No, he should be finished soon.
That woman's a liar. I know this is going to take forever for this guy to come out and talk to me. Just you watch.
One eternity later.
I told you.
I'm off, Charlene. I'll look at the reports later. I'll cancel all appointments for this afternoon.
Okay. Oh, Captain. Agent Norman Jayden from the FBI is here.
Jayden, of course. We've been expecting you. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Do you mind tagging along? We can talk as we walk.
Yeah, of course.
Didn't seem to be in a hurry while I was waiting for you, you bastard.
Perhaps there's a better time.
No, it's fine. We just have to get to the press conference. We have them every day now. Believe me, it's not always easy finding something to tell them. Fortunately, today we have some news. Have you met Lieutenant Blake yet?
Yeah, we met this morning.
He has his own methods, but he's a good cop. I'm sure you'll get on well together. Do you know how to tie a knot in a necktie?
I guess.
I sure do.
To be frank with you, I could have done without the FBI on this one, but the press are all over us. This Origami Killer case crept up on us, and it's fast becoming a national concern. There are hundreds of killers in this country, but what do you know? This guy is exotic. He leaves flowers and origami figures. Work that one out. Then the press get onto it, and we suddenly become the center of the universe.
I'm here to arrest a serial killer. With all due respect, sir, the rest of it, it's none of my business.
It's a fair call.
No, of course not. All I'm asking is that you make progress, and fast. The press want a perpetrator, and we're gonna have to serve him up on a silver platter. Not bad.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, go see Charlene. She'll show you to your office. Check in on the press conference if you're interested. It'll give you an idea of the political climate around here.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the club, Jayden.
Thank you, sir. But the last thing I want is to get political. There is no way we're going to that press conference.
Nice watch.
Oh, it's the present we offer to our new lieutenants. We bought the same model each year for the past 20 years for each promotion. It optimizes everybody's time, and it's the kind of thing that always goes down well. You can contribute to our fund if you like. We're still a few dollars short.
Most certainly.
Congratulate Larry on my behalf.
I'll be sure to do that, sir.
Captain Perry said you could show me to my office?
Yes, of course. Follow me.
So with Norman Jayden, the personality I want to kind of build around his character is he's willing to do whatever it takes within reason. He doesn't break the law. He doesn't go against the books. He's a straight shooter, Norman Jayden.
This is my office?
That's where I was told to take you. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
We're going to build him up as a man who likes to live behind reasoning before deciding on an action. We've got to get this room ready for Norman to settle in. However, that is going to go down in the next episode because this is where we bring episode 3 to a close. Thank you for joining me as always. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far and are keen to see more. We have only begun to scratch the surface. And now that Shaun is missing, this is where the story starts to turn on a much more darker path full of plenty of action, and I hope you guys are keen to see more. If you are keen to see more, go ahead and punch that like button. It goes a long way to supporting myself, and I seriously cannot thank you guys enough for all that support. If you happen to be new to the channel, there is plenty of other content to check out. I urge you to do so, and if you happen to enjoy what I'm throwing down, hit that subscribe button and pledge your allegiance to the Godzilla Nation today. Right next to that, hit that little bell so you get notified each and every time something brand new goes down on the channel, as well as links to the previous episodes down in the description below. You will also find links to my social media accounts. Go follow me on them if you don't already. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.